So I want to talk a little bit about flint and steel fires. There is a lot of kind of modern additions to that skill of fire making, namely char cloth. That wasn't really something that was relied upon traditionally. If you think about the era in which this was done, kind of the pioneer era and during the time of the mountain men, cotton was kind of a commodity that had to be bought and paid for. So they weren't really willing to burn it up to make, something to make an ember with. So what the mountain men and a lot of the pioneers actually relied upon quite heavily was what we call punk wood. And this is some examples here. Punk wood is our term basically for semi-decomposed wood. But there's some things to look for in punk wood that's going to be good to create an ember with and to create char. What you're looking for is stuff that is really spongy. If you can see that in the video, it's very squishy, kind of spongy, holds together in my fingers. It doesn't crumble, it doesn't turn to dust. There's various grades of punk wood, and some of what you find out here in the Southwest can often be very dry, very dusty. This one is kind of in that transition. It's a little bit dry, so it might not work as well. But what you want is that real spongy consistency. I have a pretty good example right here. You can see it's got some spring to it. And all you do with this is actually just put it right in the fire, and with tongs or a stick just manipulate it until it's burned completely black on the outside. And that's the other exciting thing about this, is you don't need to fixate on having a container like a tin, like an Altoids tin or something like that to make your char in. You can just do it right in the fire fairly primitively. And then all I would do then is remove it from the fire and just make a little divot in the sand, cover it over to cut off the oxygen to stop the combustion, let it cool for a few minutes, dig it out, blow the sand off, and it's ready to go. That's all there is to it.